So the power's been out in western Pennsylvania for some people, it's approaching a week, and probably by the time you guys see this video, for them it's approaching a week. There was like 250,000 people without power, and we had an ice storm and then a really heavy wet snow, and it knocked out like 29 substations for the power companies. And fortunately, we were pretty lucky. We got our power back on in, I don't know, 11 hours or something. So we were not without power for very, very long. And there are other people that are going to be without power for probably over a week now. And I don't know when the last time it was that we changed the oil in this thing. So I brought it over here, and well, I tell you, bringing it through the mud hole is not super fun out there. So, but this is a Craftsman 6300 watt. So it's a decent sized generator. 11 horsepower overhead valve. It's pretty much sat in the barn for an awful long time. We generally don't have that many power outages. Like, you know, it doesn't happen every week here, but I figured we'd change the oil in this thing. And yeah, 6300 watts, 9100 surge. So this is a decent sized generator. And here's all of the controls. You have 4 20 amp circuits and a 240 volt. And this is the hookup that we use. We have a generator hookup in our house, and believe me, that has been a lifesaver for us. So I guess without further ado, let's fire this generator up. This will be a cold start of this thing, and I actually might move it outside. But I'll warm it up, and then here's the fill for the engine, and that's the drain plug. So let's change oil in this thing. There's plenty of gas in this thing, so all we have to do is choke the motor, turn it to on, turn the fuel on, and give this thing a couple pulls, and it should hopefully fire right up. Wow, first pull, that was definitely a cold start, so I'm going to let this thing warm up a bit, and then we'll change the oil in it. Now that this thing's warmed up a bit, we're going to change the oil in it, and I'm just using an old pan that we didn't want anymore, and it's got the 2 handles on it, so it's a pretty nice setup for using it for stuff like this. Now hopefully I don't drop this drain plug like I did last time. So there you go. The oil's draining. Yeah, it was time for an oil change. Yeah, I'll tell you what, this pan really comes in handy. So I'm really glad I'm changing the oil in this thing. These generators, they run pretty hard. You know, we burn through about 1 gallon an hour running this thing, and it is electric start. We have a battery there, and it's a pretty good little generator. I really like this little thing. Pretty simple to operate. There's your button to push start it, or start it with the electric start. So whenever the oil's done draining, we'll fill her back up. I'm gonna have to get a little creative with the filler, with a funnel or something on this thing. Now, I wish I could measure out the oil on this, but my measuring containers don't fit under there, so now I did some aftermarket welding on this thing. I put on 2 lifting points, so if we wanted to trailer this thing, we could pick it up with the pickup truck crane and pretty easily move this thing around, you know, just with the mower and the trailer and this in the back. So we're just about done changing the oil, and I'm just going to be using some Pennzoil. This is 1030 Pennzoil. We've had really good luck with this stuff, and we have used it in pretty much everything. That's what we run in this Christian's tractor, the Simplicity, and also the Sears Suburban. So we really like our Pennzoil. It's pretty good oil. Now that the oil's done draining, you can put the drain plug back in. Maybe, if I can get it started. There we go. And make sure we tighten that down with the wrench. And then we'll fill this thing back up with 1030 Pennzoil engine oil. Make sure this is nice and tight. Try not to drop the wrench in the oil like I did on the Suburban. This is one of these where it's a quarter turn, where you move the handle around. Now you don't want to thread this drain plug in too tight, just for the simple fact that this is aluminum. I think that is probably plenty tight. So let's fill this thing up with oil. So I've got this pan full of oil that came out of the generator, and I figured I'd just pour this into my measuring container, and I can see exactly how much oil to put into the generator. So oil's really shiny looking. I don't know, there might be a lot of metal particulate in there, which is a little weird, but what is that? Not even 1 quart. It's probably a 1 quart generator. Yeah, probably 1 quart. Now that I've got the old oil measured out, I'm going to put in probably a little more than what was in here. We were slightly low on the engine oil. This is a brand new 5 quart container, and I'm going to put over half a quart, a hair more. So yeah, that's probably about where we need it to be. And now I'm going to put a funnel in the fill on the generator, and then we'll pour this thing in. With these generators, you generally just kind of fill them up till the oil runs out of the fill tube. And that's probably what I'm going to do here. If I can get this funnel to work. Maybe, maybe not. It'd be nice if that wire could hold that. Yeah, that'll work. I can pour that. Maybe. maybe not. Let me go get another funnel here. I think I got a better funnel here. Maybe.
I wanted to ask you guys that buy your oil at Walmart, have you noticed that it is not as light in color as it used to be? I swear this engine oil is a lot darker than what it should be. You know, this should be pretty clearish engine oil, maybe have a slight yellow to it. But instead this is like a brown almost. Is it me, or has anyone else noticed that? I bought this oil up at Walmart, so it's literally brand new. You heard me open it, so I don't know. I want to hear what you guys think. Have you noticed Walmart oil it's a darker brown than what it should be? Like they're just recycled the oil and then put it back in and are selling it as brand new oil? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below.
I'm going to fill this thing up with oil, and then we'll run this thing again. All that's left to do now is put in the filler, or the dipstick thing, and I filled it up to the bottom of the thread, so this motor should have enough of oil in it. And you actually want it to leak out a little bit, run down the side of the motor. And just like that, it is full of oil, and now all that's left to do is start this thing up again. So let's fire this thing up. It might still be a little warm, but yeah, the muffler's cooled off. So since we're going to store this generator again, what I'm going to do is turn off the fuel and then run the motor dry, and then that'll get all the oil and stuff where it needs to be. So choke it, make sure it's on, and pull the rope. Pretty simple, so